Hi, I'm Mike Bockelman with Blue Pine Construction. Welcome to Windsor, Colorado and our downtown Donovan project. So the Donovans approached us about a year ago to expand a mudroom. They wanted to add some space to their house. They're having issues with clutter, where to put the kids' gear when they got home from sports and things like that. So they commissioned us to build this mudroom right here. And the scope of this project has kind of creeped a little bit. And as you can hear behind me, we're in a full reside right now, and it's getting crazy on site. So today, we're peeling off the siding off this historic home. You can see there's multiple layers of siding on this thing. We're taking it all the way back to the original sheathing. And then the plan is to reside it back to some historical photographs that we have that the homeowner really wants to kind of honor that and take it back to original. It's kind of one of the fun things when you start taking siding off is you find some of that old original historical character. You can see here that there's an inset panel under all this little bay window, would have been on all three sides. Had been covered for 50 years with siding and God knows what, you know. And so we have now the option to bring that back to full beauty, fuel clarity, and make it wonderful again. So we will remove this, reside, resheathe, build it back out, put some foam insulation, and then recreate the same thing under these windows. I think the befores and afters on this are going to be incredible. So we're on the front porch. This was part of the original scope of work to this project. It was a rotted, shoddy old thing that we've torn out, completely removed, restructured. And in the process of removing this, we found that there had been originally, and we kind of knew this, a porch right here that had been enclosed over time. Like a lot of things, you know, there's a deck, the deck gets enclosed, and then pretty soon it's a room and addition on the house. It hadn't been properly structured, so we had to restructure all that. And the same thing happened over here. This was the same thing, 8 feet projection, deck, simple, enclosed, turned into a living space part of the house, and we had to restructure all this as well. Historical deck, right? The customer really wanted to stay historical but didn't want to deal with the maintenance of an old tongue and groove pine flooring. So we found this awesome product from Decorators brand, decking and railing. This is their tongue and groove porch flooring, mesquite color. I love it. We've used the mesquite decking a ton and it's been a fantastic product for us. It's all plastic, no wood, very little shrinkage, very little expansion. We use it a lot in historical decks. Anything historical we try to match, you know, what would have looked historical, but is also modern and affordable and maintenance free if we can get it. So whenever we go into a historical home, there's always things to consider. Foundations, right? The number one problem you find in old homes is some parts of the foundations are good, stone stacked solid foundations that you're never going to have a problem with, and some are less than good, stuck together with sticks and whatever the farmer had to put the addition on. With the new mudroom we added, it had been supported on sticks and rocks and junk that they had cobbled together. So obviously we peeled that off. We've added this new 10 by 14 roughly addition on the back here that provides all the things the homeowner needed to accommodate their growing family. The other consideration always is electrical, right? A lot of these old homes most have been retrofitted past knob and tube, which was original wiring, basic ceramic conductors with live wires run between studs. Over time they get upgraded into 2-wire systems, sometimes 3-wire with like cotton sheathing. The electrical can be a real issue, and in this house in particular we've had to relocate the panel, tie back into a lot of the feed wires, and try to get the conductors all up to the proper size. A lot of them were way undersized and completely inadequate for the amount of amperage draw on this little house. Hi, we're here at the final day of the Donovan project. We've done our walk through the customer. They're super excited about how it's finished. I couldn't be happier with how it's been finished. Despite all the challenges of the foundation, you know, things being out plumb, things being crooked, custom doors, custom windows that we had to add to this house, I think it all came together really nice. We couldn't be happier. And for the interior of the addition, we settled on basically a basket weave brick tile in there. I think the pattern's awesome. You'll see pictures of that. I think it looks great. We went with a torchlight color on the walls. Amazing. I think it looks really great in the space. It really pops against kind of the craftsman style trim that we added in there. And then to boot, we've got, you know, the wood floors kind of basically spilling out of the house, then down the stairs that we put in there. It's only 2 treads, but it's a lot of work for that little tiny run of handrail and those 2 little treads. But it all ties together really nicely. We couldn't be happier with that. We've got a custom light fixture in there and a little wall mount fan, which I kind of thought was pretty cool. I hope it shows we love doing historical renovation. It's one of my favorite things. I think the end result speaks for itself here, and I think a homeowner shouldn't be afraid to take it on. I think with the right contractor, with the right contract, with the right knowledge and the expertise, you can put together a really nice historical house, you know, remodel, addition, whatever it is you want to do. It could be as simple as just a reside. You know, I think Blue Pine especially, I think we're getting good at this, and I think it's something we really enjoy, and we would look forward to anybody that want to take on the challenge with us.